Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it. We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
That's your beer, Ashley.
Thanks.
We on? Hey everybody, what's going on? We're the Doctor Show podcast.
Coming in hot.
Coming in hot. Oh, I was actually asking for this for Ashley. I didn't know there was one here already. So.
That's all right.
We'll take
two
it.
beers is never a problem.
Yeah, double fisting.
Welcome to the essence of the Donkey Show.
I have 2 beers.
Beer
that
talking.
sucks. Said no one ever.
Yeah,
Right, for real.
My name is Brian Ruiz, aka Pukes McGee.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's fitting for you.
Damn.
Yeah.
How many times since you've been in the studio?
More than I can count.
Just puke
No,
or
since
poop?
you've been in the studio. At least 3.
Yeah,
at least
dude.
3
I've
times.
heard you.
You're running
throw up
back
your
and
load.
forth.
I'm feeling okay right
Your
now.
soul.
Feeling
You
pretty
throw
good.
up your soul.
You're a
Sorry
trooper.
guys if I feel a little sound a little lifeless, but I was puking my brains out. My wife made eggs this morning, and the rest is history. To the right of me is Christian Espejo, aka
The United Farmer.
what?
I don't know. Okay, so I see this, and I saw,
my
like,
God,
Unta,
stop.
and I was like, oh, that looks like a farm. United, I'm drinking this beer. I'm going to go with United Farmer.
Horrible.
All right.
Yeah.
To the right of the United Farmer, aka horrible name, is Ashley Evans Smith, aka
AKA the Veganator.
Oh, wow. She
You
went
coming
there.
in here with your
Yep.
mother
Is
juice.
that weird? Is it
With mother's
strange?
market.
With your mother's
Mother's
juice
juice.
market.
Dude,
Beats.
there's 3 layers of
and-
this. Look at this.
You gotta shake it up.
It's so weird that we have a vegan on, and the first thing that vegan talks about is being vegan. That's weird.
Oh, yeah.
Very strange when that
Yeah.
happens.
Leave it to the vegan.
Usually they keep that shit to themselves, but not Ashley. She'll just let everybody know.
Yeah.
To the right of the Veganator is Wesley P. Seymour, aka
AKA the red mustache man.
the Red Mustache.
That's what happens when you let
Got like
prostitutes
this-
sit on your
100%
face.
red-
Oh.
You
Yeah.
know, you should not let trannies sit on your face.
You know, every once in a
Professional
while,
razor burn.
you go a little dirty.
That's what she said. Yeah,
So-
it's
I'll go
racist.
a little bit
In
dirty.
your guys' typical sexual advances, do you
Whoa.
guys typically wear condoms?
No.
I've
Dude,
worn a
I haven't
condom,
worn a
I think,
condom since
twice.
'87.
Yeah. I think I've
Okay,
worn a
never.
condom twice
I
in my
was
entire life.
born in
What's the year he was
87.
born?
So was I.
How old are you?
You didn't get that, Ashley?
Whoosh. Sorry.
I find them to be very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they are.
I think everyone
I
does.
think everyone does.
Yeah.
But you must wear
I think
them
it's
if you
universal.
don't want a fucking
So
baby.
now we're in the place with wifey that we can't afford a little slippy slip up.
Yeah.
You know, can't
But you
afford
have
a
to
little
use-
slippy slip
Just
up.
have
So you
your
have to use a
pull-out
condom?
game
My
strong.
shit is hold on, my sound is all fucked up.
Should I be?
Wait.
Oh, okay. Oh, I
So
see.
many questions, Brian.
Yeah,
What do you got?
Brian,
What do you
you're
got?
married.
Wait
You
a
use a
second.
condom with your wife?
So my wife,
birth
just
control?
right now, my wife cannot be on birth control because she's breastfeeding.
Oh, gotcha,
But
gotcha.
a question,
You in the front.
like a really, really good question. So you've had how many children now?
2.
Okay, isn't it time for one of you motherfuckers to get your shit tied up and be like, we're done?
So
Very
mine,
valid point.
mine is very.
And then you can just bone away with
It's
no
real
prophylactics
simple.
at
Apparently,
all.
it's a quick process,
Yeah.
too.
What
Yeah.
I-
And you're in and out, Brian.
I don't want to find out who. Like when I get the surgery and then.
And then your wife gets
my
pregnant.
wife gets pregnant,
And
that's
then
how I
there's
fucking
that,
knew
like-
it.
Oh my.
Son of a bitch.
So
and I don't want to know.
yeah.
I don't want to know she's doing it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want.
You want to know? So I
Wait,
didn't
wait,
tell
wait,
my
I'm
wife.
wait.
joking. I'm joking.
Oh,
But
God.
Jesus, Ashley.
Dude, hook, line,
Yeah,
and
we
sinker.
do. Oh my
Bro,
God.
she was like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm so gullible. I'm
So I
sorry.
didn't tell my wife that I got a vasectomy before I married her, and she's gonna have to find out, or I'm gonna have to find out the hard way when she gets pregnant.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not true. Now I already know.
Yeah,
I'm
you
right.
get it
Yeah,
now.
Yeah. See, now you caught on.
I don't. So we're in this place that she can't be on birth control until she's done breastfeeding.
So your pull-out game
Dude.
needs to be strong.
It's weak as fuck.
Oh,
Fucking
come on.
weak, dog.
Breathe.
I don't know, dog. I don't know how to do this shit.
You don't
What do you
want to pull
mean?
out? You
It's
don't
like
wanna
riding a
pull out?
bicycle.
No.
You just remember the young years.
What?
It's like riding a bicycle.
Wait a second.
Hold on. Everyone's pulled out here.
I don't know. The
My pullout
feeling,
game used to be
I
super
don't know.
strong.
Sometimes I don't know if it's too early, and I'm sorry if this is too much information for some of you guys.
It's the donkey show.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
just a show.
FYI.
Cheers to that.
What do you
Please
mean?
grab-
Hey,
Like,
hold on,
you
hold
just-
on, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it.
You know what? You opened it too quick.
Yeah.
I got
Too quick.
excited.
Yeah, we do. That's what.
I don't know. I don't know if it's. I don't know. I don't know when it. I don't know that timing.
You
I
just
don't
need
know.
get. You just
Somewhere
need to get
along
back
the
on that
line,
bike.
you got so used to not pulling out that now.
I don't even know. It's like hitting on girls. Like I wouldn't even know how to do it now.
Wait, there's
I've
a
been so
comedian.
far-
There's a
so far
comedian.
in the
He
game.
says like you have to have a count. What's the comedian? He's like you gotta have your number.
I don't
you have
think
to
you're
know,
thinking about numbers
No,
when you're,
he's
like-
like you have to know your number. There's a comedian, and all you
3,
listeners
2.
out there.
Like pump.
Yeah,
Somebody's
it's
gonna-
like your pump count. You know
Oh,
when you get to
there's no
no,
science. My
no,
pump
that's
counts are
not good.
all-
Yeah.
There's a comedian. There's a comedian.
Sometimes you have strong pumps. Sometimes you have weak pumps.
And sometimes you have more pumps, and sometimes you have less pumps.
Yeah. So she's like, I have so many questions.
I have so many questions right now.
Whoa.
So that was just a question. See how you guys deal with all this. How
I'm not dealing with any of
you guys.
it, so
Okay.
I'm
It
just,
depends
I
on
don't
the
know.
situation. And
Seymour- Seymour
I
looks
thought
disgusted.
if you're married that you wouldn't
Seymour's
have
like,
to
I can't
worry
believe
about
you
I
that.
just don't understand. Yeah, like how you can't pull out. Like I mean, you know when to pull out. You have to know when to pull out.
You
I
know?
know.
How do you not know?
Okay, so that feeling, yes,
Yeah, that feeling.
I'm sometimes too early, and then I'm like, the feeling goes away, and there's nothing.
Oh, you got ghost coming.
No.
Wait, what?
I
did
get
not-
what he's saying.
Okay,
I get what
please
he's saying.
explain.
I'll
Yeah,
pull
yeah.
out,
I get what you're
get
saying.
so paranoid. I'll pull out early, and then I'm like,
Oh.
well, now I don't have to.
Yep.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Wait.
Okay.
You're saying like
So then,
has
and
that happened to you?
sometimes, and then sometimes I'm too late, and then I'm like, her name is Aria.
Which is so awesome. I love that you freaking named your daughter Aria.
Yeah, she has no name.
Sure.
Aria.
She has no
No,
name.
I just got it. Oh, I got
Game
that
of
late.
Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but seriously,
I got
guys,
that
we
late
got to
one.
do that. We got to do something because if I have another kid, I definitely can't do this podcast. You guys got to help.
I'll just punch you in the nuts.
My chick
fuck that.
wants to take care of your children.
How about this?
Yeah, take care of this one.
Yeah, she wants to. She's like, I want to hold
yeah.
the baby. I want to take care of the baby. Can I hold the
At-
baby? Can
at
I meet the
Espejo's
baby? I just
wedding,
want a baby. Baby,
that's who her
baby,
date
baby,
was.
baby,
Oh,
baby. That's
damn.
all I hear.
You're in
Mike-
trouble.
I know.
You're in
I
trouble.
know.
My son was his girlfriend's wedding date at the wedding.
Seriously, she would not leave that kid alone.
How old
She-
is your son?
Dude, I have pictures of your girlfriend carrying
What?
Jackson.
Dude, she
like
wouldn't-
she's just
she
But she's
going
like
hard.
the whole night. She's just
Yep.
holding him.
Just loving it.
Well, you
Yeah,
have three
loving it.
kids.
2 kids.
2 kids. Oh, sorry. Don't want to. Technically, you have 3 kids now.
Whoa.
What?
What?
You just.
No.
Whoa!
Do not
Ashley
jinx-
just put
do
some
not put that on me with the
bad
Bobby.
juju on you.
Oh no!
Seriously.
Jeez,
We got. Hey,
Ashley.
we got.
Whoa.
This is
We
in
gotta
my
co-
culture. We got to break a glass. Does anyone have? I need rocks. I need moon rocks.
You need salt over your shoulder.
Chakras.
Chakras?
A dove, preferably a dove.
Pretty soon there's gonna be
Jeez.
Donkey Show
Blood.
podcast babysitting daycare.
Whoa.
God, dude. Imagine we're
It's
doing
just
this podcast
Brian's
and there's just a kid fucking playing with Legos right here.
Or,
It's just kids on Brian's
Breeze,
side.
you made a beautiful baby boy.
Yes.
I have
dude.
no doubt in my mind it's going to be a beautiful baby girl. And if that's
I
all there
already
is,
had a
it's
beautiful
fine.
baby girl.
I know. Well, but
Another?
she's so little right now. It's just a little baby.
Yeah,
you
you
know
don't know
saying?
what it's gonna
You're
look
like
like.
you're like
Yeah.
your boy is a handsome little motherfucker.
Dude, he's got a
Yes.
piece on him too.
Does he?
Got
Look
a
at
piece on him.
that.
Gotta
Well,
say,
he
I
better
know.
fucking not learn his pull-out game from his dad. 'Cause apparently,
Does it? He gets it. He gets it
pull-out
from
game is weak.
Jenny's dad's side of the family.
Did you guys already say this on air? Like, congratulations to Espejo for getting married.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
all
did.
right,
Yeah,
We
well,
took like
yeah.
a 2 or
Sorry,
3 week
I'm-
break
Yeah.
almost.
I'm
and
so
then-
behind,
we
but
took
I
a-
just want to say
Well, you're in a
again,
fight camp,
Yeah.
and you got this fight.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. Appreciate that. I come back now. I got this
Cheers.
thing.
Right
Cheers.
back. Cheers.
One more
Cheers to the never-ending thing of marriage.
Hey, you know
Yeah.
what? People are going to be congratulating you. Jesus. A whole bunch, dude. From right now to like, I don't know.
I think I
like,
got all my congratulations out of the way.
No, they're
for the
coming.
most
Wait
part.
until that
so?
that baby comes. Dude, I've been
That baby is not
I've
coming,
been getting
dude.
congratulations for 4 years straight.
Oh, shit.
I got married 3 years ago. I had a kid 2 years ago, and then I had another. Wait, yeah, right. Then I had a kid right after that.
Oh, you mean like just congratulations of the life events that are
Just
about
life
to
events
happen?
that happen, dude. I'm tired of congratulations. You know what? I didn't even fucking do anything worth congratulating. It's not like I cured cancer or anything.
What do you mean? You made 2 beautiful lives.
I fucked with no
And you
rubber.
post you post a lot.
That's what happened.
On
I mean,
Instagram. Like if you're posting shit about your, like if you're constantly posting
what I mean
your kid,
is, I know I love my kids.
You're gonna get that
but
feedback.
But I have nothing else to post about.
Yeah, that's true. I get it.
No,
I mean,
no.
dude, that's my life or my kids.
Hey. Some people post about random shit. This is what I ate. You know.
That's boring though. No one wants to see your fucking
I don't
bean
even
salad.
think anyone wants to see my kids anymore. But I'm like, I need to tell people, like, show people I'm still alive.
Well, it's Well, it's really cute when he cheers. When he cheers you.
I know.
That's
This
cute.
is cute. All right, let's stop talking about babies now, guys. Colby Covington is a fucking
Dude,
fucking
he goes too hard.
cocksucker, dude.
Yeah, he's a dumbass.
He's
going
much.
too hard.
Too
Too
much.
much, dude.
Yeah.
Too much.
Hey, real quick, welcome back, Ashley.
Oh, Ashley, that's right.
It's been a minute.
Thanks.
Hey,
It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
It's good to have you back on the
We
podcast.
missed you. We're like, hey,
Yeah,
Ashley,
we're-
hopefully you don't get into bombs over Baghdad over there.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Jesus.
I made it
How
home
weird is
safe.
it? How so Kobe is just going OD for sure. But how weird is it to be overseas in a military base and you're training these guys how to do like hand-to-hand combat? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
First off, did you have any sexual?
Oh, of course.
Did you like bloop bloop bloop?
You know what?
Military
I'm a single
base.
woman.
Little
I'm
sand.
in my prime, and I did not, unfortunately.
Oh.
And it was
Didn't tell-
Valentine's
Did anyone
Day.
try though?
Oh yeah,
No,
good question.
What?
No.
No one tried.
I bet they were. I bet the fucking drill sergeant was like, none of you motherfuckers better get da-da-da-da. When
Probably,
this
yeah.
female fighter bombed, they're like, yes sir, yes sir,
Yeah.
yes
Hey,
sir.
where did you sleep?
In tents on canvas cots, and
Damn.
yeah,
Fuck.
it was
Hey.
rough. It was really rough.
So
Honestly,
you like that's how they sleep too,
yeah,
right? So you
and
basically.
so, long story short, like I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go over there, no big deal. Like, go stay in the hotel, you know? Like, no.
That hotel looked cool.
Oh no, we were in the hotel for one night.
Oh.
They tricked us. Then we went the next
Switcheroo.
night, like not even like a bunk bed, a canvas, like a hammock, okay, like just a canvas, and they give you a sheet.
What's a
and
canvas?
Canvas, you know what canvas is?
No.
No.
Like a painting canvas?
Yeah, imagine putting that on 2 sticks
Oh,
and
shit.
Like
laying
a
on
potato
it.
sack, almost like a potato sack.
No, I
type.
knew
Yes,
what you're
I
saying.
swear
Like a
to God.
cot. Like a cot.
A cot, yeah.
Like a
cot.
hotel cot. Like they gave you the little bullshit.
Damn.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and they give you a pillow
Yeah.
and one sheet and a little.
Is there any fluffy layering, or is it
no
just?
fucking way.
Did you bring a sleeping bag?
No, I didn't know.
Oh, they didn't tell
Oh,
you?
they didn't tell
No.
you?
That's fucked
No.
up.
Dick fucking move.
Oh, I think that's kind of cool
Hey,
though.
Honestly, I'm happy because I got to live the soldier experience.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you're not
Yes.
a soldier, though.
I don't care.
Yeah, but that's cool.
I don't
I'm down
care.
with the experience.
I don't know. Were you cold? Were you cold?
I was freezing my titties off the whole time. I swear to God.
What was the temperature?
I don't know the actual temperature. But
Celsius?
I mean,
Probably Celsius.
California girl.
Yeah.
It was cold as shit.
Yeah.
We're laying there. You
Where
hear,
was it? Baghdad or?
No, so Kuwait for one base and Iraq for 2 different bases. And Kuwait was kind of warm. Iraq was freezing balls, raining, mud. You step in, you fucking. It's like a quicksand.
Slide.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
And but this honestly, I had the best fucking time. The people I went with,
Yeah.
Diego Sanchez,
Oh,
Dennis
that's a good time.
Dennis Bermudez,
I like Dennis Bermudez.
and Filthy Tom Lawler.
Filthy.
Filthy.
He just seems like a hilarious guy
Dude,
all the time.
he was gonna be a history teacher before he became an MMA fighter.
I've been the best history teacher ever.
I called him.
know, right?
I'm like, Tom, you're a fucking Snapple cap. He'd be like, blah 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 blah.
He's
blah.
just fat.
Did you know? I'm like,
Oh, no
Oh,
way.
that's
no, I
cool.
didn't know, Tom. And he's fucking smart as fuck.
No way. I just know him as a clown.
Obsessed with
No.
I was obsessed with those. On another note, with those Snapple caps.
Oh, yeah.
I love random facts, dude. I think everyone does, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
random
Well,
facts.
Those are
you should
great.
fucking hang out with Filthy Tom Lawler.
Nice. Where does he live? Have him come on the show.
Vegas. I'm actually gonna see him tomorrow.
You're
Going
going
to
to
What are
Vegas
you going to
tomorrow.
Vegas for?
So at the UFC Performance Institute, you can go there. Any UFC fighter can go there. They do your like VO2 max, all these tests that help you become a better athlete.
So you're going to go get charted up?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
That's cool.
Are you,
long are you
technic-
going
are
for?
you technically in fight camp right now? Like you
Yes,
are in fight camp.
I am.
Yeah, and she takes a sip of this. vegan, this vegan weird red
Yeah,
thing.
what's up with this vegan
layered-
shit?
Vegan red
This
beet thing.
layered. What is that?
Okay, so guys,
She tried to give me that for
you,
my tummy
You
ache.
can't see this
There's
for all you
3 yeah,
listeners.
yeah.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
we're
we're on YouTube
Oh,
right
yeah.
there.
Oh, this is
Oh, so there's
going
no
live
point
on
in me
YouTube.
covering your mouth.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
there wasn't. It's funny that you did it.
Okay, so I brought Breeze this delicious juice because he's having some tummy problems.
It's better now.
Being a pussy.
It's better now.
Don't say that.
Okay, Mother's
what
Market
part?
has
Let's
this
see it.
fresh squeezed juice of beet, ginger, broccoli. I didn't tell you that.
Dude, that looks so bad.
They could have taken the ginger out. It probably would have tasted a lot
But
better.
it made your tummy
Yeah.
feel better.
No, it didn't.
Oh, it didn't? Okay, thank God. Yeah, okay.
I didn't even drink
Anyway,
it.
I
Hey,
was-
did you
We are
eat
not
anything good
promoting
over there?
anything vegan.
Yeah, what's the
So
food like over there?
the
Did you eat anything?
the hotel,
Yeah.
amazing buffet. Oh my god!
But yeah,
First day, that's it.
What about the last
She lived
day?
like
You
a
go straight
queen
from-
for a day.
yeah.
There's, I was on 2 different bases, okay, and the Kuwait base had 3 different bases. Sorry, the Kuwait base had pretty good food. And
Vegan food?
I
What'd you
mean,
eat?
there's a salad bar.
Did
there's
you eat meat?
potatoes? No, no.
Did you eat meat?
Oh, Jesus. Too
Too much?
Spade
I'm
job.
sorry.
Too
Ashley.
much.
I'm sorry,
Stop it.
Ashley.
Hey, that's fucked up. Did you though?
My sexual escapades in Iraq were boring. I'm
Oh
sorry. guys.
no!
That's a bummer.
No.
Not that I mean, I wanted
So
to.
no one
but
blew you
adventure-
up, like internally.
Oh my god.
What?
No?
Well, you
going
can't
hard.
say
Too
that.
Too much?
You can't say that.
Oh wow.
He's halfway through a beer and just belligerent at
I'm
this
so
point.
sorry.
really
I
about
apologize
this.
for
The
Spade
views
job.
of Espejo. Look at hashtag me too. You don't want to.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Hashtag
That's
me
true.
too. You don't fuck
A lot has happened since you left the
So,
country.
Yeah.
so seriously, so what's it like? Like you're there, and your job, you're there to show badass military dudes how to fight hand-to-hand combat, basically.
So okay,
Like,
so
what is,
it's called Armed Service Entertainment. It's not just MMA fighters; it's musicians, comedians, whatever. So we're MMA fighters. So
I
our
see.
job is to go do seminars, meet and greet, just talk, and the goal is to boost morale.
Totally
Overall,
get it.
boost morale.
Get it.
I think if they fucking bought him a keg, that'd boost morale. But whatever.
Yeah,
Okay,
for
so,
real though.
Whatever they want me, I'll go. So, and it was great because we went there, did these seminars, and sometimes you'd meet a Marine that had wrestling background, high school, college, whatever. But for the most part, they were stiff. They were like throw their punches like.
no
And
shit.
I would be like, guys, like just loosen
Loosen
up,
up,
loosen up, And we just show them the basics, but they were just so happy to see people from the outside that
Right.
they'd seen on TV and looked up
Right.
to.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's
After
cool.
the seminar, it was like an hour, 2 hours at the most. We'd talk, shoot the shit, ask them where they're from, take pictures with them. And at the last day, I want to talk about the last day.
Oh, that's
So-
this. I like this.
The
That's
last-
good.
Tell young lady.
The last day was the best because me and the 3 other boys, we all got tattoos together by
Your
one
sword
of the soldiers.
tattoo.
My shitty sword tattoo, yes. We hung out with special ops guys.
I need a shitty tattoo.
What was that like?
Oh, did you meet the guy who killed Bin Laden?
I don't know. He didn't tell us. Maybe
That's
not.
probably
Good man.
secret. You
Good
probably
man.
did. You
Yeah.
probably,
Probably
did.
did.
But he
You
told
probably
us
know
some
it.
crazy stories. We sat there and listened to his stories. So alcohol is illegal in Kuwait and Iraq, but the special ops guys are the fucking cool. Like they get.
Wait,
They're
what?
They don't
Special
fuck.
ops.
They're special
Yeah.
ops. They go
They have
hard.
to follow the rules up there?
No, they don't. Well, everybody does, but the special ops guys.
Because those
So-
are the bad
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
They
Those
got
are
like so we drank with the special ops guys the last day. Fucking Dennis Bermudez. Let's just say he was so extra the whole trip. If you go to my Instagram and see all like the pictures of Dennis, he like bought face paint and he wore the
Oh, he
black
got-
jacket and like he was just like playing the part the whole time. He's a great guy. He's funny as shit, but like extra, like super extra. So we did that, and then at the end of the night, what did we do? Dude, we just had a great time. Like, we got to fucking hang out with these crazy motherfuckers. That
Did
their
you eat
job-
Here's some
anything crazy?
stories. Can you tell one of the crazy special ops stories or no?
Oh, yeah,
Was there
yeah.
one
Oh, yeah,
that was
sure.
just
So,
like
well, I mean,
a badass?
So I'm sitting there and we're all drinking. You know that game? It's an app. It's like Heads Up. It's like
Charades.
Yeah, charades.
Yeah, it's fucking
I
fun.
love that game.
I
Yeah, that
love
game
it.
is great.
We have game night because I'm an adult. We have game night, and we play that game with Espejo and his wife.
Do you have adult charades?
Yeah,
I
that's what we
do!
do. Yeah.
All right.
Dude, how
One of my
dope
favorite-
is that?
So I brought that game to Iraq and blew the soldiers' minds. They were like,
No way.
"This is
Oh, what? They did
amazing.
not know?
No, and then to see, like, okay, here, this is my view. I'm doing this, and then you see one special ops bad motherfucker and another one, and it says bromance. The other one bends the other one over and goes,
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is happening right now? And I'm like, anal sex. Gay, so gay. I don't know. So yeah. So that was one cool story. Okay, here's the craziest thing that happened to me. So I'm sitting there, we're all drinking, playing games. One of the guy, I won't say his name, crazy guy, runs in, goes, ah! Screams at the top of his lungs, throws something to me. I catch it like this.
What was it?
Oh, is it Bago?
I catch it by the ring. I look at my hand. It's a grenade.
Fucking grenade.
Oh,
no way.
fucking
You
shit.
caught a grenade
All
by
of us,
the pin.
we go, ah! And all the special ops guys laughing their ass off. And I'm like, and then I look and I'm like,
The pin is in there?
It's duct taped to be, so it won't come
yeah.
off.
Oh, okay.
But at the same time,
Hey,
I'm like,
not-
it's still
not
alive.
cool.
Fuck
Not
you,
cool.
Grenade.
Not cool.
motherfucker. So
cool.
and the guy says, huh. No one's ever caught it by the fucking pin. Good
Fuck
job.
yeah.
And I'm
Oh,
like,
jeez.
I'm so special. You know?
Oh my god.
Swear-
Did you shoot guns?
I'll show you pictures later.
Oh, okay.
That's
That's
very
fine.
dumb.
That's fine.
Dumb.
That's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine. Okay.
He's like Rambo over there.
It's got face paint.
I bought a scarf. I had to play the part. Yeah.
Did you do the cool scarf thing?
I-
I love that.
Yeah, I bought 3.
Did you get a lot of sand?
Sand?
Sand. Like
Honestly,
in your nose and
no,
your ears?
No,
something?
there wasn't a lot of sand.
Hey, guys.
Oh, yes!
There we go.
Oh, wait. You gotta,
That's your
What's
child.
happening?
That's your child.
Yeah.
Your
Children.
My bad, y'all.
Children.
My bad, y'all.
Oh.
oh, shit. Okay, wait. Nah.
Buffy and I are going to play tennis
Wes,
right now.
Wes. He wears the sweater over his shoulders
A term
when he
for
goes
snobby
golf.
people. Oh,
Going.
okay.
Oh.
We're playing charades real quick.
Oh.
To the window.
To the
Wall.
but
Ball sweat.
no.
To
To the window.
Not-
Sweat balls. Ball sweat.
Whoa.
Duck butter.
to the window.
window, to
the
first word.
First word, balls.
Yes.
Window.
Last word.
Balls.
Balls to the wall.
Hey! We got it.
Going like this.
Oh. Just
Look at your belly.
Yeah.
Thank you, Zol.
Oh boy.
down under.
My last ex, he was from where?
Down under.
Down under.
Hello, Mike.
Where was he from?
Down
Put another
under.
shrimp on
Yes.
the-
And now,
Australia kiss?
yes.
Yeah.
Australia kiss.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either.
If he's
What
from.
the fuck is an Australian kiss?
Oh, it's a fucking shit
Oh,
show.
going down on it?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that means?
Really?
All right.
Going down,
This must be
down,
so
under.
fun for the
Okay,
YouTube
down,
viewers.
yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's supposed to be cool.
For the podcast people, they're
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck?"
Wait, an Australian kiss is going.
I've never heard. I've never heard of an Australian
never
kiss,
heard
but
of
now
an
I
Me
get
neither,
it.
but
Down
now I know.
under.
I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna
Down
throw that
under.
in my
I get it.
vocabulary
Yeah,
and
cool.
throw.
Like,
Hey,
marry
so
your
Ashley-
wife
You
or
go
what?
down under.
Hey, so Ashley, who are you fighting? Are you fighting a chick?
I'm
Who are you
fighting Beck Rawlings, who's
Ooh, Beck
actually
Rawlings.
Australian as
She
well.
your friend?
Oh, she is Australian.
So she's had a bunch of Australian kisses, huh?
Chick. Is that the chick that laughed at Paige Van Zandt when she threw that weird kick, and then moments later, Paige Van Zandt threw a kick again and just knocked her ass out? Is
Yeah,
that the same girl?
That's her. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
wait,
How do you even know
always-
that?
I
Hold on,
will
hold on.
always remember Beck
Yeah.
Rollins
What
for
weight
that.
class are you fighting in?
It's a new weight class for me, 125.
Are you going down?
Yeah.
Holy
Shit.
shit.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
What are you at right now? What do you?
Can you?
Uh,
No.
Oh, I don't care. I'm at
You don't
40.
care?
40.
40?
40?
So
When are
okay.
you going to start cutting weight?
I'm dieting. Remember how Cation said he's
Yeah.
dieting?
Yeah.
I'm dieting. The cut probably won't start
This
till...
mother's fucking juice? Is that what's going on?
That's every day of my life.
Dude, she's a
Oh,
vegan.
you know
It's
when you
hard.
go dieting?
I don't understand how a vegan says they're dieting. I feel like
Yeah,
a
I feel
vegan
like
is
every day.
always
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
dieting.
So
What do you
I
eat?
know you're trying to be funny, but that's isn't that
No,
right?
I'm not being funny.
you're
I'm
not?
being dead serious.
Okay, me too.
Is
I feel
there
like
greasy
that's a
vegan
diet.
food?
Constant
Oh,
diet.
please
Is there
do your-
greasy vegan food?
Please, after this or now, whatever, look up unhealthy vegan on Instagram. Just
Oreos.
what the-
I know Oreos is one.
No, no, look up
food
unhealthy vegan
What is
and
it?
tell me you don't fucking get hungry.
What is it?
Okay.
Oh, there's so many.
No, but just off the top of your head,
What do you
like
mean,
a
what is-
chicken bone cartilage.
No, 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 no. It's all fake.
chicken
There's no
cartilage?
animal in it. But there's things
What?
that are
Any
just
animal, period.
everything is if it looks like meat, obviously it's not meat, but there's like fake fucking pork, there's fake shrimp, there's fake
Is
everything.
that greasy though?
Yeah,
You
oh,
can
dude,
make it greasy.
I
Why would they make it greasy on
Listen.
purpose though?
Cuz it's delicious.
No, but like,
I mean,
What
is that a
thi-
question?
Hold on. Some
Like,
of this.
hold
That
on.
pizza looks proper.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me
Hold
see.
on, hold
Let
on,
me
hold
see.
No, every vegan pizza I've seen looks terrible.
I had
It's this
vegan
tiny
bacon.
little flatbread. It's like a cracker.
It
like, some
tasted like
vegetables on it,
dog,
and that's
like
pretty
dog
much it.
food.
You know
Bacon.
what? Let me just show you.
Oh,
some
look, this looks like
I don't
chicken.
know. I just feel like, why would they make it
Look at
greasy
these
if it's supposed to be
wontons.
healthy?
Those wontons.
Ooh, I
They
love
can make it
wontons.
greasy. I mean, if you're a vegan, you gotta find a way to make something
You know
greasy
what?
so that it's
I
good.
might be sold on being vegan if I can just eat fucking straight. Ooh, some of this does look good.
Yeah,
Let me see.
dude.
I
Okay,
don't
so
like
I
where
follow
this
this
is
guy.
going. I
Tell
don't-
me that.
I
Okay,
do
look at
not
this
like
fucking
promoting
burrito.
the
Look at that
vegan
burrito.
lifestyle.
What's in there though?
So everything. Oh, see.
Look at
Let me
this.
hear your views on vegan.
That looks good.
All right, guys. Sorry, we're not being
Yeah,
super-
we're not. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Either way, we got to do a fucking commercial anyway. When we come
There you
back,
go.
we're gonna go into fight night last night, and it was pretty dope. And a huge topic in the UFC community and MMA community is fighter pay, and someone who is on the spearhead, pun intended, of that is Rajin Cajun Johnson. Ladies and
Welcome back.
Welcome
Hey,
back.
show, family.
Good to be back.
Welcome back. Okay, so while we were prepping up, I asked you who Lucas Middlebrook was, and don't let me forget that because that's I wanna go into that. Have you gotten any sort of negative flack from the UFC at all?
Nah, they got to be super careful with that stuff.
They got to be super careful with that stuff, especially with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll put them on blast.
There's laws that are
fuck
put in
you.
place to ensure his safety.
Yeah. But like, yeah, just because we are attempting to form a union, we are protected by federal law. So if they are attempting to stop us in any way, shape, or form, or if there's any negative repercussions for us attempting to start a union, it's actually illegal for them. So they got to really, really tiptoe around the subject.
Gotcha. Hey, okay, so explain to the listeners what exactly is Project Spearhead.
Well, Project Spearhead really is just an organizing effort, right? So we're just trying to get all the fighters together under one body so we can speak with one voice. And we're actually currently attempting to do this for the UFC as well as Bellator at the same time.
Nice.
So it's not just a UFC union, which I believe would solidify the UFC's monopoly in the mixed martial arts world, which would be horrible for us, and really nothing would be able to change and be able to manipulate us quite easily. So it was one of my ideas to start approaching Bellator guys right away, and we signed our first Bellator guy today. So it is an effort for both the organizations, and we don't really know exactly where this is going to go. It's a democratic organization, so like right now I'm the interim vice president. Leslie Smith is the interim president. We've got Ally Quinta of all people as our interim secretary treasurer. But all those positions
And
will
head
be
of
up
security.
for election, right? So weird. Like, but that's good, right? Like, if me and Al can work
get
together on something.
Yep.
Totally.
Yeah,
Yep.
it just speaks to the power of this thing, right? Like, if we're all able to put our differences aside and do what's best for us as a whole, then we're all just going to benefit. So I think it's time.
Right.
I'm-
So the
I
last
agree.
time we talked to you, the one thing that always sticks out of my mind was that part of the contract that said that your likeliness and all likeliness is owned by us for all eternity throughout the universe. Is that still holds today? Is that what you're still kind of fighting for?
Yeah.
And
That's still in my contract and probably Ashley's contract as well. I haven't seen her contract, but I think they put it in everybody's. So,
But you guys are in the new EA Sports game, right?
I'm not, but Ashley is.
Ashley's in that, and she's getting how much money are you getting from that, Ashley? What?
Goose egg? Oh, shit.
Well, so far they will. This is something that I did learn. I called them out for not compensating fighters at all.
Right.
And I was wrong because they do compensate fighters minimally. Apparently, like I asked Ashley, she made a little bit of money off of UFC 2. I asked a couple other fighters, they did make a little bit of money off of UFC 2. It was quite minimal though. And really the biggest issue here is that we have no negotiating power. We're not even at the table when these decisions are being made, how much to pay us and all of these things. So we need to have a say. We need a seat at the table when these negotiations are actually happening, when they're figuring out, okay, how much are we going to compensate these fighters for using their name and likeness in a video game?
Right.
Because from everybody that I've talked to, it's not enough. It's nowhere near enough.
So you have this thing on your Instagram that you need 150 fighters to sign this. It's like a card, yes.
Yeah, it's a membership card. Yes.
What is that? Is that to enroll into Project Spearhead? Is that?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
That will give you membership to Project Spearhead, and then once we have that membership, once we have that 30% of each organization, 30% of Bellator, 30% of UFC, then we'll be able to have elections and figure out who wants to be leading this thing, if they want to keep the people in power, or if they want to switch things up if there's some better people, and then we'll be able to figure out exactly what the direction is that we're going to take with this thing.
So does that cost the fighters any money? Does it cost to be in that union? There's
Not
some
right
of that
now.
pay?
Not
Okay.
right now. Eventually, we will be contributing minimally.
Right.
There's a bunch of different ways that we could do that. People are throwing around ideas already, like maybe each fighter does like one seminar per year, and the proceeds will go to the union or the association or whatever we end up becoming.
So
But yeah, it's really open for discussion at this point.
Since you started this, have you encountered any UFC fighters that have been reluctant to join or to sign the card?
Or want to, but they're afraid.
Really?
Not all of them, but
Yeah.
the majority are a little bit reluctant. Everybody's scared, right?
Does
Everybody's
that
scared of
that was actually my next question. Does that upset you that the media and the fans are more concerned about fighter pay than the fighters? It seems like.
Nah,
I don't
that's
think
not the
they're-
case.
yeah, I
That's
don't
not the
think so
case.
either.
The fighters are the most concerned about fighter pay because it's
Yeah.
their money, right?
Yeah, they're
It's
afraid
just-
of losing their jobs. by
They're
doing it.
afraid of making even less money by
Right.
just getting kicked out and booted.
Right.
But fortunately, because we're the way we're organizing, and we have Lucas Middlebrook heading this thing up as our lawyer, so he's got us a lot of information.
Can you explain
and-
who Lucas? Because I heard another interview where his name was mentioned. Who exactly is Lucas Middlebrook?
So Lucas Middlebrook is an attorney. He works out of Manhattan, and he was the lead attorney in the Nick Diaz fiasco when he was dealing with all that,
Got it.
the drug testing and all that. So that was his first little foray into the mixed martial arts world. And since then, him and Leslie have been really close, and I've been talking with him for like a year and a half now, trying to figure out what this thing is and what we need to do and how we need to do it. So he's been a really, really good resource. In fact, yeah.
So when you say they, so like they don't want to give us this or they don't want to give us that, when you who is they? Is they a group of lawyers? Is they Dana White that goes, hell no, I want all the money from those EA games going to me and my pocket and the WMM the new
it's the upper echelon
WME.
of the UFC company. Now, I don't really know exactly who makes what decision because we're not privy to that information.
Oh wow.
But I would imagine it's like Dana White, Lawrence Epstein, Ari, and I don't know, whoever else is up there. I don't really know everybody because we don't have a very open communication with the UFC. And they've said that they were going to have this open line of communication between the UFC and the athletes, but they do get back to me with when I do speak to them and ask them different questions, but it takes a long time, and I don't always get all the answers that I'm looking for.
So what happens once you get the 150 cards? Like, what's the next step?
The first order of business is that once we have that 30% of both organizations, then we're going to bring that to the NLRB, and then we're going to see if we are in fact employed
the
or
NLR. Is that the National League of Relations?
National Labor Relations Board, I believe, is
Okay.
the actual definition. But so we're gonna get them to investigate to see if we are in fact independent contractors or employees under the current conditions.
What
And
are you
then
right?
from
So
there,
you don't know right now? Like right now?
What are you right now?
Yeah, are you
Yeah.
guys
right
employees?
now we are classified as independent contractors,
Gotcha.
but a number of the practices that are going on we are being treated as employees with none of the benefits. So we have the worst of both worlds, really.
Yeah, because I heard that new promotional guidelines for the UFC came out, and it kind of made you guys look like you guys were employees, right?
Yes. Yeah, we're being treated like employees for the most part. And unfortunately, we have none of the protections that the employees have. Like, we don't have workers' compensation. We don't really have anything. So because we're independent contractors, right? So
Anything.
yeah, we don't get a lot.
Jeez,
So
anything.
So there's an issue, but then there's going to be a discussion that has to happen between all of us fighters. Like, okay, once we figure out they have misclassified us as independent contractors when we're actually being treated as employees. Now, what do we want to do? Do we want to fight them in court and go through that process and get the status of employee?
It sounds like a
Or
nightmare.
do we want to remain independent contractors and go that route and get them to strip away a lot of the conditions that they've placed on us, making us employees, if that makes any sense?
So you said that some UFC fighters have been reluctant. Are you getting that more from like the people that are like more known or champions because they think that this will affect their pay once it comes into effect?
It's everybody, man. It's everybody. It's not like there's some people that are just like sick and tired of it, and they're really really eager to get on board, but they're very few and far between.
Is it anonymous when someone signs
Yes.
that card so no one finds out about it?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's anonymous, and it's also protected by federal law through the NLRB.
But does the UFC, once that list of 150 people are put down, does at any time the UFC see that list?
No.
Oh,
That's awesome.
That's good.
that's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. That's
Well, what
awesome.
would stop anyone from making up people then?
Well, I mean,
Making
they're.
up signatures?
I'm sure
or-
they have a roster, right? Like the UFC
That's
has a
illegal.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure they don't want to start with a bad foot. Like we're gonna make up names to enter into this union
Okay.
that we want to,
All right.
be legitimate.
Yeah,
playing
we would
devil.
have. There would be no reason for us to release
Right.
the names.
Right.
Like, it wouldn't help our cause in any way, shape,
Yeah.
or form to release the names. So I don't see why we would.
I feel you. How many, if you can talk numbers, how many do you guys have so far?
I'm not 100% sure. We're getting more all the time.
Nice.
I know we got a couple new. I got a couple new ones today just by myself. So
Nice.
there's a bunch of us working on this now, and we're getting a couple other guys that are wanting to join and jump onto the board at the executive board, because I think we've still got a couple spots open. Like, there's 3 of us right now, but I think we're gonna either have 7 or 9 spots. I don't think that's a set thing yet. But yeah, so we've got some more space on the board. But the thing is about being on the executive board is now your neck's out there, right? Because now your name is going to be made public.
Yeah.
So it's the more ballsy people, or the people that are more fed up, are going to be the ones that are doing that. But really,
Cajun,
we're
what
open
are
to
the-
everybody, you know?
What are the requirements to be on the board? Let's say someone's interested in signing and they're thinking about,
Fuck,
being
I
on-
forgot Ashley was here. Dude, I turned around. I'm like, where'd that voice come from? Oh, shit. Because I'm looking this way.
Spale, you sound really sexy right now.
That looks,
I've been working on my voice.
sorry. I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Ashley.
So, what are the requirements to be on the board? Obviously, an MMA athlete, a Bellator, UFC. Does it matter what organization? You know what I mean? Like, Leslie is the president. You're the vice president. Al is the treasurer. Like, what kind of requirements are in place?
There's no real requirements other than being an active fighter in one of those organizations.
So
And then being willing to help. That's pretty much it. And it's just it's just talking about it to different fighters. You can do it through back channels. You can do it publicly. It's completely up to you. And getting people to sign up and trying to build momentum for this thing, And then once we have a body in place, they'll be you'll be on the board of. You'll be in the process of making all the decisions. Okay, really, a lot of the decisions will be made collectively as a group, but there'll be some minor decisions that need to be just made by the board to save time.
So what is the difference between this, I guess this new go at trying to get a union started in the last one where everyone was wearing the T-shirts and, where GSP was wearing the T-shirts and stuff like
yeah.
that. Does it feel sometimes that people were involved into that just for their own negotiations with the UFC at that particular time?
I don't think that was the case. I think it was more that people wanted to do something and they didn't really understand the landscape of the problem that we're dealing with. So they thought that was a good idea to sign up to that group. They thought it was a good attempt, and I commend them for doing even that, even though it did fall on its face. They didn't really think it through, like aligning themselves with people like Bjorn Rebney, who rub a lot of fighters the wrong way, screwed over a lot of fighters in the game. So that wasn't the best choice, but at least they tried something. Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping that those fighters, since they must care to some degree, I'm hoping that those fighters will now join us and join our cause.
Dude, so am I. Like I am so excited, and so I just hope this comes through for you guys, because I can't even imagine you're on a video game. Like money should be sent to you constantly. Yeah. It is. Dude, you're
crazy.
fighting a very good fight, and you're a busy ass man. I commend you for that. It's awesome.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
So just as before we wrap up here, just as a quick message to your fellow fighters, what do you got?
Well, it's just time to stand up, man. Like, they're just stripping away more and more of our rights. We used to have the ability to get as many sponsors as we wanted, well, at least within reason. Then they brought in this Reebok policy, and now they're saying that we're not even being paid for wearing Reebok. It's just something that they can give us or take away at any time. If we don't meet all these requirements, if we say something they don't like, or we wear something that they don't like during fight week, regardless of our obligations to them, it's wrong. They're able to do anything they want right now, and this is the only way that we're going to stop them. Between this effort and the Ali Act and the antitrust lawsuit right now that's happening, these are the three. It's like a three-pronged attack, in my opinion. So we just need everybody to get together on this. Stop fighting amongst ourselves. The UFC is set up. It's kind of like a microcosm of society. They try to divide us so that we're so busy fighting amongst ourselves for these little scraps at the table that we miss this entire pie that's sitting up there being eaten by these fucking billionaires. It's enough is enough. The time is now. 2018 is the year, and we need to get this done. So everybody just go to the website, projectspearhead.com. It's all anonymous. Sign up, sign a card, and let's get this thing rolling, man. Let's get this thing done. Let's take our rights back.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, Cajun Johnson for president.
President! 20.
Hey, real quick, dude, you're probably in a fight camp right now, because you're fighting when? Next month?
You're fighting?
I fight in 3 weeks yesterday.
Oh,
in the middle of it.
We'll be rooting for you, buddy.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much
man.
for coming on and dropping knowledge as always. It's always a pleasure to have you on, brother.
Yes.
Donkey Show family.
Anytime, man. I really appreciate all the airtime. Really do.
Awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thanks, man.
Raging Cajun Johnson.
Thank you, brother.
Awesome.
UFC Fight Night on Fox. Can someone echo me? On Fox.
On Fox.
That sounded cool. It was a good card.
Was a good card.
So I saw this interview with Mike Perry on the MMA Hour. Dude, he's like a Diaz brother that actually went to jail.
Okay.
I was betting that he would win. I wanted him to win after hearing his story. You like him. He's a super likable guy.
Yeah.
I don't think this loss hurts him either. But you kind of saw in the fight.
He tried to pants the guy, right? I'm like, dude, no, he didn't.
It's weird.
It was weird, a little weird.
It's funny.
If
It's
he
kind of
would've
a dick
pantsed him-
move, though.
No, it's a joke. It's like, dude, fighting is so serious. Make a
I
joke
get
of
it. It just didn't look as cool because he didn't.
He didn't actually
pants
do
him.
it.
But
Dude,
maybe he did it because
okay.
he has respect for
So
the guy.
check this guy.
He shot for it.
Shot for it.
You know?
Dude, Colby Covington's going super hard.
We'll get to that. Let's talk about the fight. Then we'll get to that asshole.
Such an a-hole, dude.
I think Mike Perry is very good at taking a punch. His ground game was a little bit better than I thought it was. That guy, if you just look at him, I mean, that guy looked just like that.
Yeah.
Eyebrow
Fucking
tattoo.
Max Griffin came in. He came in hot, and because he came in hot, I thought he was gonna whoop Mike Perry's ass, but Mike Perry kind of weathered the storm a little bit.
Yeah, it was a good fight.
It was a good fight. He weathered the storm, and Homeboy did get more punch. He got a knockdown clean with that left, dude. Nice little clean left hand. But in the end, Max Griffin won by decision. I don't think it was fight of the night status, but I thought it was a good fight. I thought it was a good fight. Any fight with Mike Perry is a great fight. I think so. Who do you want to see him fight next?
Don't care.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. I don't know who Max Griffin was to even talk about him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to go into what Max Griffin.
I mean, that's kind of where the UFC is right now. Is like there's so many fighters, and many are going to fall to the wayside, and the greats will
You know
emerge.
what I think they did?
Oh,
so check this out.
this guy looks like a
the
freaking-
performance of the night went to
OSP.
Can someone pronounce that? I've never heard
Eli
of this guy.
Latifi.
Eli Latifi?
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
because I fought on the same card with him in Germany, and the whole crowd did this. Eli Latifi. It was the fucking coolest rant I've ever heard.
Is he German?
Eli Latifi. I don't know what the fuck he is,
I don't
but
think
all
so.
in
No,
Germany,
it's not
everyone was a
loved
fucking
him, huh?
fan of him.
Well,
Eli
look, I mean,
Latifi.
look,
Dude.
he looks like a toy soldier.
No, he looks like one of those guys from Gears of Wars.
So what I suspected what was going
And
to happen
OSP's no
is this-
freaking.
No.
this
Yeah.
muscle
Dude,
Oh,
bound,
man.
he
Yeah.
submitted him hard.
this muscle bound guy was going to go in and just get knocked the fuck out
That's what
by
I thought,
OSP
too.
because that's what
That's what I
OSP
thought, too.
does.
Yeah.
He knocks people the
Put him
fuck
to
out.
sleep,
Out of
dude.
nowhere.
Yeah.
He'll
Out
be
of
losing a
nowhere.
fight, and then all of a sudden his freaking opponent is taking a
I
mat
think
nap.
that was
Just-
He just went like
Nap,
this.
nap.
He just let him drop.
This was the
Fell.
upset of the night.
Yeah, he just
This
fell.
It really
Oh,
was,
done.
yeah.
It was
But it was
upset of the
awesome.
night.
It was straight John Jones versus freaking
Standing
Lyoto Machida
guillotine.
Yeah, standing guillotine.
Here's what
Awesome.
happened. I don't know if you saw it.
you don't see
but
that often.
Homeboy tapped.
He did. He tapped.
So OSP
but the ref
tapped,
is on
but
the
the ref's
other
on the
side.
other side.
Oh, no.
That, dude. Yeah.
So ref is on this where Zol is standing. They're right here, and he's tapping with
OSP
this.
tapped with his right
That's what you
hand,
can see.
and the ref was
On
on
the
the
other
left
side.
side.
Yep. So
And-
he's tapping, and he's
yeah.
like, "I'm tapping," but he was already so far. Like,
Yeah.
And,
then he just
Homeboy
went down.
didn't. Good job. I know it sounds horrible to say, but good job for Homeboy for not feeling him tap and letting go.
Letting go. Yeah.
Because you'll see some weird shit.
yeah.
Where he, I don't know, motherfucker gets back
You know
up.
what the weirdest-
The ref didn't see the
Yeah,
tap
yeah,
over
yeah,
on
yeah,
this
yeah.
side.
He
Oh,
did what
I
he was
see.
supposed to do.
Now we got an issue.
Yeah.
You
He
know?
did what he's supposed to do.
Like, oh,
the
he
weirdest
tapped.
thing, though, is
The
the way
ref
that
says
Here comes the
obey my
UFC
rules
replay.
at all
the way
times.
that OSP fell, like, so he got choked out, but he fell stiff, like he got knocked
Knocked
out.
out.
Like,
Yeah,
like usually
yeah.
when somebody is choked out,
how
They just
they're
kinda
asleep.
fall, like,
yeah,
yeah.
they're limp
Swollen,
asleep.
dude.
When you get
He felt
clocked,
stiff.
yeah, like he fell
Nothing my fair,
like
wasn't it?
toes
Yeah.
and arms. I was like, whoa,
It was weird.
That's a very weird,
way.
submission.
But he also got binked
Before,
first.
Yeah.
So
beforehand,
he got
yeah.
binked and then he
Yeah.
got choked up. So maybe the result of him stiffening up was from the
yeah.
bink.
Hold up.
So yes,
So
sir.
you're
you in
trying
the
to
front.
tell me that-
Man with the beard.
Hi guys.
OSP. That was P.
I
Got
know who he
choked
is.
out
He
by that
lost
shirt.
last night.
yeah,
he
he
lost,
lost.
dude.
He got choked
Yeah.
out standing
I've
guillotine.
never even heard of this dude.
Yeah.
Neither.
Yep, that's how it happens
Either
sometimes.
that
dude.
Easy.
I love shit like that.
Yep.
Way to go to the fucking underdog, man.
But-
I mean, that
fucking
sucks for
love shit
OSP,
like that.
though.
But hey, but as we continue on, we'll see how that cannot be in Homeboy's favor.
Yeah. Okay. So he
Oh,
lost.
Andrade.
It's bumping him up, right?
So Jessica Andrade versus Tisha Torres.
That one went the way I thought it would.
What do
Yeah.
you feel about these two ladies,
Ashley.
Ashley?
So they're the size of my leg, and I don't really pay attention to women. But no, okay, I'll tell you. I'll tell you this.
I
So,
missed you. I missed you. I'm glad you're back.
So Tisha is fucking the tiny tornado is the perfect name for her. Just a smidget of a woman, but fucking like I will fucking karate chop you.
They
I
were
love her.
chucking 'em.
I love her.
They were
and
chucking
then
'em.
Tasmanian
Andrade,
Devil.
she fought Angela Hill, the
Yep.
former Invicta fucking champ,
Yep.
and just her wide fucking. She's powerful as fuck. You know, I honestly picked Tisha for this fight because I thought she'd be more technical, punches straight down the middle. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff, like her karate. But I was wrong.
It wasn't enough.
Yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah. And it was I know it was a decision, but it was.
It was unanimous,
Really?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
thought
it was unanimous.
I thought Jessica pretty much.
All right, and then
Won that
the
fight.
the performance of the
Ooh,
night.
dude.
Josh
So
Emmett
now
versus
we go-
Jory
He
Stevens.
got-
Who the fuck is that guy? That's who he is.
No,
So-
but like Jeremy Stevens.
Jeremy Stevens is the guy that
Yeah.
that beats your ass in the fucking. What round was it?
It was first round, I
Hey,
think.
hey, hey. So Josh won from my alma mater. We went to college and wrestled on the same team.
Oh shit! Awesome.
Menlo,
Shouts.
same year
Mendo?
even. Menlo.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm from Mendocino.
That's
County,
what I was
but
like,
yeah.
hey.
No, and he was on the undefeated track of what 11. How undefeated was he before this fight?
He was the most undefeated.
Exactly.
There's no.
Yeah,
No,
it
he was
doesn't- it
undefeated
doesn't show
like
us
for a
record.
long time.
Before the UFC.
Before the
I can look it
UFC.
up right now.
Yeah.
Right now. You want Stevens' record?
But Steven put that
You
dude
want
out.
Jeremy Stevens' record?
Yeah.
No,
He
no,
did.
Josh Emmett's
I mean-
record.
Okay, cool. 1 second.
Yeah.
Jeremy Stevens
But Jeremy
put out
Stevens-
Josh
Jeremy- yeah,
Emmett.
he did.
Pretty
So here's the
proper.
thing.
Yeah.
Like just a moment ago, we were looking at OSP and
Elite
Oh,
TV.
Eli
right?
Latifi.
So Eli Latifi just put OSP to sleep, right? No one knows the hell that guy is. But now that he just put OSP asleep, what they're gonna do is they're gonna throw him to a bad motherfucker and see
Yeah.
how he
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah.
Josh
13-2.
Emmett just knocked out.
13-2.
Josh
Holy
Emmett just
shit.
put
what was his winning streak?
Henan
though?
Barrow?
What was his winning streak though?
Josh Emmett.
Wait,
just put
wasn't
out-
Hidden Barrow in this card as well?
He
was,
on
and
a
Then not
two-week
Henan
ban.
Barrow. Then who did Josh Emmett
he
just
lost.
put to sleep quick,
Well,
real
He
quick?
was on a 1, 2,
Knocked him out
3.
hard.
His last fight.
He was on a 6.
Yeah, his last fight.
Yeah.
Just recently.
Oh yeah.
On April,
We have like 6 different conversations going on. I'm gonna chill.
Sorry,
Damn.
listeners.
All right. Okay.
All right, guys, let's get back on track because we got
Okay.
8 different people talking.
All right.
at the
Josh
same time.
Emmett's last fight, he put out.
Fail.
Oh, dude, he threw
Oh,
down
yeah.
with Max Holloway recently.
Ricardo Lamas.
Ricardo Lamas. Josh Emmett. No one knew who the hell Josh Emmett was, and then he put Ricardo
That
Knocked
was-
him
Lamas.
out. Knocked him out.
Stiffed him. Yeah, just stiffed him.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Josh is on the
With
radar.
that left
Whoa.
hook. I remember that.
Josh
That
is a
left
bad-
hook was.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember
Boom.
that. Yeah. I
So
remember that.
Josh went through the
impressive
roof
record.
into stardom and then ran into Jeremy Stevens.
Yeah.
And
then he got
Do you
stopped.
think every
Wasn't
time,
ready
do you
for
think the
Jeremy
UFC every
Stevens,
time
and I
someone
think that-
wins, someone wins by like, oh, we didn't see that coming. Then the UFC starts backing them like real proper, and
quick,
then like
yeah.
the next
Yeah.
fight they come
Yeah.
out and then they're like kind of like
They have to
disappointing.
though. It makes sense for them to do that.
That's what happened with the Black Beast. That's what happened with
I mean, that's what happened to Ronda.
no,
right?
Ronda had a legitimate.
Yeah,
fucking-
but then she
But
fell off a little
but
bit.
I mean,
she
but I
had a
like what they're
legitimate
doing. They're putting
And
the
she
young
opened
up
up-
and coming lions against the older, I mean, Jeremy Stevens is not an old lion, but he's been around for a
He's a
minute.
medium.
You know what?
lion.
They
Yeah, he's a
should.
medium
Yeah, I
lion.
know.
Yeah. So
They
it was
should
a
let
good
him-
matchup.
They
It was a
should
good
let
matchup
him
for
fight
both.
Conor McGregor just
Oh,
so
jeez.
Just so we all
Just-
know
just-
who
Everybody
that
would
guy
be
is.
like, let's just see this shit talking.
because he was like,
Yeah.
who the fuck? And that's
Yeah.
where that line
That could
comes
be a
from.
good, yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe a
we all
Who
know
the fuck?
where it came
Yeah.
from. Come on.
Yeah, okay. But just giving you guys some knowledge.
But,
Context.
Okay, so the knee. So the controversial knee. I could only watch it. I could not hear it because I was at work. What
It
was
didn't
the
hit.
decision?
So there was a controversial
Completely
knee that
missed?
they said that
Yeah.
he kneed him while he was on the ground.
Or the elbow, too.
Which first off, excuse me, I don't know why he went for that knee. You knew
Yeah.
it was
He
clear
was on his
the
knees.
ground. It was,
Yeah, totally.
It was clear he was on the ground.
Yeah.
I don't know why Jeremy Stevens
He was in the
even went for the knee.
moment. He was in the moment.
Fuck.
Look, dude, there's a moment
That
and
just
there was
happened
like,
with,
dude, what are you
I'm looking
doing?
it up.
Why are you even swinging or trying to knee someone who's clearly?
They also
on
said
the
he had an
thing that
illegal
happened- It's the
elbow.
same thing that happened with oh god, now I'm gonna
Yeah,
Brain
blank
fart?
out over there.
Brain
have a blank. Yeah, I'm gonna have a
What's-
brain fart. Eddie Alvarez and not Cub
Justin
Swans.
Gaethje.
No, not Gaethje.
Oh, that was a good
Eddie
fight,
Alvarez
good fight,
and
good fight.
Eddie Alvarez and
Yeah.
I can't think of his name, but he was like, don't boo this man, don't boo the, like Eddie Alvarez went for a knee while he was down. There was a
What is that?
disqualification.
Should I look it
Maybe
up?
we'll
Should I
just
look it
quit
up?
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
we
see if you can look it up. But anyway,
But either way,
it
yeah,
was
yeah. It doesn't-
as a card altogether. I fucking thought it was
It was a good card.
It was a good
A
card.
little
It was a
sleeper
good-
card.
A freak.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it wasn't a sleeper card. The UFC, as usual, just didn't properly promote fighters.
Yeah, it's happening
Yeah.
a lot right
Yeah.
now. It's really
because
weird.
this was a good card that it was
a
on
free
Fox.
card,
Why
yeah.
wouldn't you promote it?
I don't
Why
know.
don't you throw
They're not
some bucks
really
behind
promoting
it?
anything
It's
right
on
now,
Fox.
I feel
Oh
like.
shit.
Do they
It
know
was just on
Ashley's
Fox.
fighting? Promote my girl.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like looking
That's
around.
it.
Here it comes.
Me?
Who's this?
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, like so he's about to like he's.
Yeah, he missed.
Here it
Look,
comes.
check it
Right
out.
here.
right there.
Oh,
like,
Yeah, he
he's
missed.
not
would've
up and
allowed
He
out.
didn't even get
that
it.
was an illegal.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah,
not
but
up. That's
It's not
illegal.
illegal. His feet
That's
were
an illegal
down.
knee. Yeah, for
It's
sure.
an
Yeah, but
illegal
he
That's
didn't
illegal.
hit.
Yes, fuck.
It's a legal knee
That's
if it
for
would've-
sure illegal.
I
Oh,
know,
okay.
but if
He's the
it
one.
didn't land, though.
Because like they replayed that
It shouldn't
knee
matter. He went for
1,000
it.
times.
No,
No,
just-
no.
Can
It
you
shouldn't
get-
matter.
You
Okay,
went
okay,
for it.
okay. So
no,
let's.
no.
Can you get busted on
Okay.
intent?
Yeah,
Can
no,
you get
no.
busted on
Yeah.
intent?
On intent?
So it needs to be contact.
Well,
I don't make the laws. I think
No, you
it's bullshit
can't
too.
get busted on
I
intent if it
side with
misses.
her because the helmet.
But that's what I'm saying. He didn't
Attempted
land.
murder? Yeah.
No. I'm saying within the fight. Good point. But within the fight, like he intended to hit him
With
in
a
the
knee?
face with his knee while he's on the ground.
I get it, but that's not the rules. I'm just saying I don't make the rules, so that was legal.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
agreeing.
He was like
Oh, no,
he
no,
attempted.
no.
I'm like, I know, but it didn't land because
So
in
it's
the heat
legal.
of the moment, Zol, in the heat of the moment, like you're not like. is
No, I was
this-
siding with you, saying it should be
Oh.
legal.
Oh, I thought you were saying that. But
Yeah,
still, like in the
okay.
heat of the moment, you're like, okay, let me wait till his hand is exactly this. It's
Boom.
hard. It's
You're
hard.
trying to get the
So
fight.
knee.
Yeah.
So real quick,
I
like,
punched a girl
You're gonna
after
fall
the
on fight.
bell,
Yeah.
like right after the bell. I punched her, and I felt so fucking bad.
Oh,
but like,
shit.
in the
Oh,
moment,
fuck.
you're like you're
yeah,
in the moment.
adrenaline, yeah.
So the fight was Dustin Poirier versus
Oh,
Eddie Alvarez. It was a no
It was
contest.
in New York too.
In New York, yeah,
Yep.
and it was an
I remember
illegal
that
knee.
fight.
Like he was just in the moment. He was just in the moment going for that kill, and he threw that knee. And the fight
Is that why you're all
stopped.
sketch about
I
the
feel
New
like,
York?
I feel like that's just
I'm always
what
scared.
happened
Actually,
that time.
Oh,
Girl,
you're fighting in New York,
I
right?
know she's fighting in Brooklyn. I'm
Shit.
so.
New York.
I'm
It's
so.
like a second home to me. I love that place.
I hope that.
Have you been warned about anything? Like they said, like, hey, here's
we're
some
new-
stuff
we're
that you
new
need
to
to be
this.
aware
We're
of.
new to this.
Oh, okay. It looked. Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
I mean, so they said since they're so kind of new and iffy, a couple things. I just got an email yesterday saying, hey, be careful of how much weight you cut because if you're severely dehydrated, they will like cut your ass. You won't be able to fight.
Oh, wow.
And for me, it's kind of an issue because my first time going down at 25.
Yeah, you're going down.
You know, I'm like doing it the right way, I'm eating healthy and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to cut water weight. We all have to do that. So
You might be a little dehydrated.
yeah,
Is
I'm
it
gonna-
only
I'm gonna
New York
be.
that's doing that or something, or they're trying
I don't
to
know.
step up their game?
They just so the UFC just said, hey, basically, long story short, hey, New York's a bitch. Fucking, they're gonna fucking test you. Be
Don't
careful.
fuck around. Right.
Yeah, don't fuck around because. And I was like, my luck. The first time read it. Oh,
Is that me?
first time, yeah.
Oh,
the
Jesus
first
Christ.
time,
Right in
yeah.
the middle of
Read
a.
it.
All right.
you go.
All right.
We all know the rules
You
here.
down to eat some ribs?
Ooh,
Oh, is that a euphemism?
That's
what I want.
Yeah.
Rafi. That's Rafi.
ooh. What are you guys eating ribs?
What's up,
ribs
Rafi?
at?
I don't
Shout
know.
out to Rafi.
Ask him if they're his ribs.
What?
Ooh.
Stop it. You want me to make your ribs?
Whoa.
I'm out. I'm out. I'm playing out.
Hey, so when it comes to something like that, Ashley, do you have a nutritionist that is in charge? Or like, are you in charge of that, or are you letting? Is that all in somebody else's hands? I guess?
So this is the first time I actually got a nutritionist. I just got my
Nice.
first meals like 2 days ago.
What do you like?
God, well, this person's not gonna hear it, but you know, so fuck it. I'll be honest.
He's like, I heard you on the donkey show.
Yeah,
Let it
they fucking suck. He gave me like a Tupperware thing of broccoli, a Tupperware thing of asparagus, a Tupperware thing of sweet potato like mash. I'm like, I can make that shit. I
Yeah.
thought he was gonna like.
My guy, I
hook
thought you
you
were gonna put together some
Yeah,
bomb
yeah,
shit.
like
I'm
so-
dropping
you
to
know-
a lower weight
you know,
class.
like, or at least portion control them out. Because me, I'm like, I eat so healthy, but I eat a lot of healthy.
But yeah, you
Yeah,
know.
I'm like,
yeah,
I'm like, this is broccoli. I can eat all the
I
broccoli.
can get a broccoli I want to, bitch.
So
Yeah.
are you giving
Works.
this dude money,
Yeah.
or is he doing it?
It's a sponsorship.
Oh, okay.
But still,
I mean, you
hey,
can-
but I'm promoting him. I'm saying,
Yeah.
and then not to sound like fucking narcissistic, but when I look fucking great on the scale, and I say it's all because of this guy,
Right.
Oh, but it's not.
but it's not. It's like,
Right.
okay, come
Yeah,
on.
doing
that's
your own
weird.
thing.
You're doing
that's
your
tough.
shit.
That's a tough situation.
So I mean, we just started, but at the end of the day, I'm always gonna make weight. I'm just trying to make it comfortable as fuck for me, you
should
know,
be.
like. So,
So you got to go to
So how much weight do you
125.
think you're gonna cut like that week of?
so
Like, maybe,
I'm
like 10
140
pounds?
right now. This is the lightest I've ever walked around at. That's why I thought about going down to the weight class because I'm like, dude, I'm kind of close. I've never been this light. Normally I walk around
Who's
155.
the champ at 125 right now?
Oh, that new chick who's got no skills. What's
Oh,
her name? She won the show, but she's like 3 and 2. You know,
Right,
she's like
right.
the Indian chick. You didn't see it? She fought Roxanne Modafari.
Oh, that chick?
Yeah.
I would have preferred
I don't know who that
Roxanne.
chick is.
Roxanne, I like
She's so
her.
cool. Yeah.
She's quirky,
like,
but I like
love
her.
how nerdy. You're so nerdy.
I love that
You just-
nerdy, though.
Oh, is it the girl
remember
that
the
comes
fight that
in
clicked,
and
it
like
clicked.
Happy
did the
Warrior.
yeah,
Happy
the Happy
Warrior.
Warrior.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
she's
clicked.
awesome.
I know
I
that chick.
recall her.
She did the weird nerdy shit. Like
know what?
the
This might sound like I'm joking right now,
Yeah.
but like this is one of those things. Like if you really want to do something, you can fucking do that shit.
Oh my god.
And she gives, she like literally or genuinely gives me that like, damn bitch. Well, I mean, you're not like the most talented girl in the world, but like you're like seriously like going hard on this shit right now.
Yeah,
Like so, I my hat is off. I'm not wearing a hat, but my hat's off to it.
So okay, let's say I go in the 125 division. I'm here. They're like, oh, who do you want to fight next?
After you smash Beck Rawlings.
Exactly. I would say Roxanne. You know why? Because I don't want to hurt her. No. Listen.
Oh, you're so sweet.
I don't want to hurt her.
Don't do
No,
it to her.
I don't mean in that sense. I mean, yes, I have to fight her. I have to do whatever I have to do to win. You know, hopefully just choke her out real quick, not hurt her. But I like would have a beer with her afterwards and talk about our fight.
Yeah.
I'm like that's
Super
so.
cool.
She seems cool as shit.
So
that's
when
the
people
thing.
tell me, when people say like, "Who do you want to fight?" I'm like, I want to fight the
someone
chick
hang
that
out
I
with.
can fucking have a beer with
Beer with
afterwards
afterwards. Yeah,
and talk
totally.
about our fight and like laugh and be like, "Damn, bitch, there's a few people in the world that are." Thanks for leaving me hanging. Cool.
Oh, I thought you were just talking.
Thank you. There's a
He doesn't
few
know
people
bitch.
in this world that do what we do.
Yeah.
So it's like, why spend time hating each other
Right,
when we
yeah.
could fucking?
Hating it.
Okay. So, question: the girl that you're about to fight, would you have a beer with her?
No,
Oh,
Why
and
not?
Why not?
because I do not like her.
That makes it so much more exciting.
Okay, so give me some context.
okay,
What's going on there?
Like, in
what's-
contradiction to everything she just said, it's so exciting.
No,
She's like,
so what
"Fuck that
happened?
Yeah.
Why don't you guys have
What's
this?
up?
I've been fighting since I was 23. I'm 30 years old, all right? She's the only girl that I've ever fought that I was like, yeah, I don't like this
You
bitch.
fought her before?
Oh, sorry. Prepared to fight.
Okay.
That I was like, yeah, I really don't like this chick at all.
Nice. I like that you don't like her.
And I'm
Why
not
not?
me
gonna,
too.
I'm not gonna talk shit because, like we talked about earlier, like I want to remain classy in my, you know.
Fuck that.
As
That
a
bitch a
classy
bitch.
rebel,
No,
rebel
stay
girl."
classy. I love
But
classy.
Let us talk shit.
but I'll tell you this:
Throw it down.
Stupid bitch.
before I ever came into
Too much?
contact with
I'm
her,
sorry. I'm sorry.
I viewed her personality and how she portrayed herself on social media as very raunchy and disgusting.
Whoa.
She has 2 children, you know, and I'm not talking bad about her children, but I'm saying as a mother
Don't go there.
and
don't go there.
oh, I will.
Oh shit!
I'll tell you, look,
You shit'll
as a feminine role model with 2 children, I really don't think you should be showing your fucking asshole all over fucking Instagram.
Whoa!
And, like,
Who is this
asshole.
chick? Okay.
When you say asshole,
Butthole?
what exactly do you mean?
Literally show her asshole.
Yeah.
Talking about BH?
she's real close, guys. Real close. Yeah.
What's
So-
her answer? Pull her up. Pull her up.
So do you okay?
She trying to be
real
like
quick,
the
listen,
female
okay.
Kobe?
How about this? Remember when Cyborg punched
remember.
Magana?
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
how raunchy Magana was? Your Majesty, she would show those raunchy
Oh,
pictures.
doing that shit?
Guess whose best friend that was?
Oh,
That's
no
who
way.
that girl is?
Yeah.
No.
That's who you're
No.
fighting? I hate that girl. I know exactly what you're talking about.
There you
pull
go.
this up.
This
Let
is
me- let me-
Angela
let me see.
Magana's right-hand woman.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Oh, it is all
Fuck.
the, like
Hey, what's
pieces
the-
are
hey,
connected.
you know Angela Magana got kicked off of Instagram?
For
yeah.
what? Showing her
She was
Dear
butthole.
wilding
raunchy
out,
bitch.
dog. She was saying some stupid ass
And,
shit.
and why Beck has not, I have no idea.
Yeah, it
So-
might happen.
Okay,
What's her Instagram? Or I mean, let's not say it out loud, but
Beck,
Just-
BEC. Wait. How
Beck
do we know?
Rollins.
Beck Rollins, I think.
I
it
got
is. Okay.
let's see it. Let's see the butthole pictures.
You gotta.
Yeah, the first thing I see is a butthole.
Butthole?
I'm just kidding.
Actually, there's a
Oh,
question
this is the
that I've been
girl?
wanting to ask you for
Oh,
a
tattoos
minute.
versus tattoo.
I'll ask you in a
she's
second.
not. Ashley, you're gonna hate this, but
Wait, what? Oh, you like her?
Oh.
hold on.
Brian.
Hold on.
Ah, jeez.
You just crushed on the enemy.
This is not a bad picture of her, I gotta say.
And this game is not.
Let me see it. Let me see it.
Pull out again. Let me see.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, hold on. Let me spread my legs next time.
Yeah,
I
like
do it.
like
Yeah.
that's.
I'm a guy, though.
I get it.
Look at
No.
her guy.
I'm just saying, but
Get
like,
what she's doing.
when was the last time I did a picture
What?
like that? Like, hold
You
on.
don't do pictures
It's
like that.
fucking Tuesday.
No?
Let me just spread my legs in my mirror
I'm laughing.
with my dog between my legs.
No.
Like, That's what I'm saying. Like, you're a raunchy depiction of women's mixed martial arts. You're nasty.
Hold on.
You have two children. You have two children. One's a female.
Two kids?
Hey, mommy, when I woke up, like, oh.
Give me a second, man.
Actually, for a UFC fighter female.
Hey, hold on. What was your
with
point? What are you saying? Like
I just
raunchy,
think-
like
I-
don't show your goods.
I just think
I don't know.
she's
I
a
think
bad
she's
depiction of women's mixed
anything
martial arts. Like,
crazy.
hey, this is what you do when you're on the top level. You
I know.
fight good, and then you
Okay,
also
I
do
understand
this.
that.
No,
She's
don't
trying
do
to be
that.
an
You don't have to
Instagram
do
girl.
this.
I
You could tell.
100% agree.
Yeah.
However,
Here's the thing.
What age are we dealing with here?
I never asked to have little girls look up to me. I never wanted that because quote unquote rebel girl, I didn't get
My
that from
daughter's gonna be
fucking going
looking
to
up
church,
to you
okay?
later.
Is this
I
what you're
didn't get
talking
that.
about?
I didn't get that going to church.
Is this what
You
you're talking about?
guys, okay, thank you. You
Oh
guys,
shit! Real quick, did you see Jackie's little daughter shave the side of her head?
because of guess who?
You!
That was
little
you?
girls
I
are
thought
looking
that
up
was
to
so
your
sweet.
ass.
Hey,
That
I
was
thought
super
was-
cool.
Your nieces are infatuated for the fact that I.
I was so.
Really?
I'm not kidding.
Dude, this little girl is
When I
8 years
saw
old.
that-
She shaved the side of her head.
Good for her.
Wait,
Did you
how old is
show
she?
him? She's 8 or like
You
6 or
haven't seen this?
6
She's
or
like
8.
little girl.
6 or
My
8.
nieces
She
always
put it on
ask
her
me if
Instagram,
she's gonna be here on Sunday.
Her Instagram live, I believe.
Yeah,
Or not
it was.
Instagram live.
She cut her hair.
Story,
like
like
the side.
Story, but I don't think she put it on her page.
No, but someone
But,
sent it to me and they were like, "Hey, look at this."
As soon as I saw it, I'm like,
That's
oh,
so
she's
cool,
shaving
though.
where Ashley shaves her head.
Guess what? Guess what? So there's a little video, and she goes, the mom, Jackie goes, "Why'd you do that? Cause I like it." But what happens when people say you look like a boy?
She's like, I don't care.
I know. She goes, "I'm just gonna tell them I don't care. It's what I like."
Oh,
And I'm like, fuck,
Fuck yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. This is what I like. And I was like, I love it. You know what?
But straight
That's
up,
what I want to do.
as
That's what I
a
want
woman
to do.
fighter
Leave
with
it
the
on
with the
our youth.
rebel girl
And that's the
name,
impression
your
you're leaving on
Instagram
youth.
is
Did I
pretty
show my
goddamn
ass?
classy.
Did I show my
Fucking
titties?
awesome.
Did I?
No,
What did I
you
do?
didn't.
You know? But
have a
guess
good-
what I
you
did?
have a good
I showed a
Instagram
little
game.
girl to be like, hey, fuck everybody
Oh, yeah.
else.
Right.
You know, like,
Let's get a round of applause for that.
That's
Come on.
Sure,
now.
dude,
That's all I'm
totally.
saying. That's all I'm saying. You
Ashley
know?
is she's killing the game. You don't have to. That just goes to show. You don't have to show your ass to have little girls fucking appreciate you. However,
If you want,
Howard.
if you want motherfuckers like
Yeah.
You want a million
You want
followers.
followers.
motherfuckers like me
Show a little
to be
titty.
looking at your page, show a little titty.
If you want to stop away
at
from
that.
Best
Look at
Buy,
that. Boom!
following you.
Titty like side boob.
Anyway,
I'm gonna
so,
tell you something off
here,
air.
the
I'll tell you
moral of-
something off
The
air.
moral of the
Ashley,
story.
I'll tell you something.
Here's
She's
the moral
so
of the story.
occupied doing that kind of shit.
The moral
you're
of the
gonna
story
get
is that yes, this chick is she's overly sexualizing herself, which you know what, disgusting girl. You should
maybe
be ashamed
you
of
got
yourself.
I don't. You know
kids
what?
and I
I don't
understand,
really care
whatever.
about
a
that.
public
judge.
eye job.
But I'll say this girl, she's not as pretty as our girl.
That's
Not as
damn
pretty as our
true.
girl.
That is true.
Damn
One
true.
again.
Not
One
as pretty.
again.
She's got class and beauty, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Class and beauty.
Class and booty.
Make it back on the youth.
Wait.
Wait, what did you say? What did you say? What did you say? I'm so sorry.
Real quick, I have to ask you this question. I brought this up to Espejo actually a couple weeks ago. It's about you brought up Cyborg. So when it comes to Cyborg, it's very hard for her to get a fight because it's very hard to find a woman her
Would
size
you fight Cyborg?
No.
to fight her.
I'm now at the 125 division.
I
Why
get
would I
that.
move up
I
2
fight-
weight classes to fight someone who's gonna
Right.
beat my ass?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm training with her.
So here's my question.
You've trained with
So-
her? She trains at Ruka.
Yeah, she's right
Yeah.
here.
She's in, like, Huntington Beach.
Yeah.
She
so-
when she
right here in
fought
Orange County.
Leslie Smith a couple fights ago, she asked me to come and help her with her wrestling,
That's
and
awesome.
I did.
Why didn't you?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay, cool.
You
No, I
did?
did. I
Okay,
did.
cool,
I
cool.
did. I've never sparred with Cyborg. Thank you, Jesus. And no, we got to spar. We got to wrestle together, and it was great. And that's a
Big, powerful woman.
who-
Yeah, you can feel the
Big ass,
power.
okay.
Did we
So
have
this
this-
is my question. Like I have a question.
Sorry.
Big question. So, and I'm gonna make a quick comparison. So let's say Alistair Overeem. Remember Alistair Overeem from back in the day when he had a John Jones, Anderson Silva body, tall,
Oh.
lanky, badass
he was never
kickboxer.
lanky. He's
No,
like
he was fucking.
yoked.
No,
Yeah.
no.
What?
You're not remembering
yeah, you guys,
Alistair
are not, you
Overeem.
guys aren't remembering.
Okay, then you don't know
He was,
the
Alistair Overeem was a skinny
K1
stick figure.
yeah,
K1
What?
kickboxer guy.
badass
I'll show you a picture.
kickboxer. You've
Hold on.
never seen the real okay, that's why there's always like that's why Joe Rogan
Overeem.
or
That's why they say
Ubereem
Ubereem and
yeah.
Overeem.
So like Alistair Overeem,
I saw that.
Alistair Overeem at one point in his life looked like John Jones or Anderson Silva. That's his body style.
Wow.
And this is right before like Pride,
then-
K1, and then all of a sudden, boom, he
Okay.
became what he is now. He changed his body will never go back to what that body was.
Okay.
He did enough steroids, and there's no
Denying that.
there's no denying. He did
Yeah.
enough steroids where he changed his body. Okay, so for him, that's not that big of a deal. He just had to go up to a weight class and fight the heavyweights, right? He changed his body permanently. Now he fights heavyweights. I feel like, and I don't know, but I feel like when I see Cyborg and how she looks, I feel like there was a point where she was Cyborg before steroids, and then there was Cyborg after steroids, and she has changed her body to a point where she can't go back to fight at 125 or 135 or 140, dude. And that's
Damn,
even
dude,
kind of
wow.
ripped. He was a long,
He was
tall,
a long,
skinny dude.
lengthy, like kind of skinnier
So
guy.
here's my thing about
Totally.
Cyborg. I don't know if Cyborg ever did
would you-
steroids,
would you,
but I
would
can
you-
tell you right now,
would you bone
I've
that
seen
guy?
pictures. I've seen pictures before,
Ashley?
like dude, like.
Would you bone
like,
Wolverine?
If you,
Like old
she
school
is-
Wolverine.
God,
She's
holy
in another world
Lord.
right now.
This one or the?
This one.
Oh,
hold
that
on,
one.
hold on.
Oh,
This
no,
one,
for
this
sure
one,
that
this-
one. She can't
this
get her
Wolverine.
eyes off of it.
I go with time period.
Give me my
I'm
goddamn
like
phone.
saying
Give me my fucking phone. Give me my goddamn
My
phone.
question is, I feel like so for Overeem, he'll never be that size again. He's always a heavyweight. With Cyborg, I feel like she did the same thing, but since it's a women's division, she's almost she's too big. There's no heavyweight division. They're trying to make a heavyweight division for this person
What's your question?
who changed. Do you feel like Cyborg used steroids to change her body permanently to be this big,
Yes.
giant,
Yes.
powerful woman that nobody wants to fight because she's so big, but
I'm
she
sure
did
she
it
didn't
through
do that purposely.
steroids.
I'm sure that wasn't the goal
I
for her,
don't-
but like she
You guys,
just
we
did it
have-
just to win.
We have 1 minute until we got it.
Here's the thing. You never know for sure. I love her as a person. She's a sweetheart. You know what? She's powerful, but you can't say for sure because who knows. But honestly, you know
Cyborg, we love you.
Do you think there's going to be a 145-pound division like eventually?
eventually, yes, but there needs more
strong
time
women.
and talent
there
depth.
needs
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
talent.
Talent depth, yeah.
There's not
But
enough.
that's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while.
There's
Alright.
this weird wild
Alright,
card
we'll come-
question I
you
have
guys-
with
we got it,
Cyborg.
we got it.
Are
Are you gonna get a tattoo of a garter belt?
I'm thinking
Are
about
you?
it.
Oh, that's.
I don't know.
Yes,
dude.
no,
cool.
maybe
I would-
no.
I don't
It
know.
depends
This
how it
kinda-
looks like.
This is kind of dope, actually.
Yeah, it depends how it looks like.
I'm not mad at that at all, actually.
Like one right here, like on your
Yeah, it
on
just
your
goes right
thing.
here,
Yeah.
and then one goes down.
Ashley
yeah.
wants to get a garter belt.
Yeah.
A tattoo of a garter belt. Don't you have enough tattoos? How many tattoos do you get?
It's not bad.
Never enough.
Never enough.
All right, guys. So thank you guys so much for listening. We're just gonna wrap up here. Speaking of wrap up, you guys fucking already made a joke about me wrapping up, which
You should wrap up, man.
we should do a should Brian wrap up? Yes
Poll?
or no? A poll.
Or is Brian gay?
No.
Because of
Yeah,
the two
no.
kids.
Yeah.
Nah, it doesn't need it.
Yeah, it could be a cover up.
Yeah, it could be a
Cover
cover
up.
up.
Could be a cover up. Who knows?
Like Maybelline.
I feel like you should just wrap up.
Yeah, you should wrap up, man.
I can't
But
use
it's gonna
condoms
make-
like that.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want
Get
you to.
lambskin.
You know what, Breeze? I don't want you to wrap up, dude.
Oh.
It sucks. It doesn't feel great. Condoms suck.
I know they do.
They do.
All right,
Should
so
wrap
we'll
up,
figure this
Anyway.
out. Anyway, speaking of wrap up, we're gonna wrap up. Thank you guys for listening to the Donkey Show podcast. Thank you for our special guest, Ashley Evans Smith.
Is going to be smashing
Who's
Beth
gonna be
Rollins.
Smashing.
Rollins.
quickly.
And to our special guest, Cajun Johnson, for always dropping knowledge. He's like the
Uh-oh.
Martin Luther King of the MMA world.
Really
Yeah,
is.
it really is. And
Man is not
Ashley,
fucking around.
Yeah.
got anything to
Anyway,
say?
and thank you for the listeners. You guys make us want to do this all the time. We are the Donkey Show podcast, and we are out. Oh, you were still
Later.
there?
Bye.
Later.